Before I do the last article, I just want to tell those of you who are watching this on YouTube to subscribe to my podcast, the audio podcast, because I got a bunch of call-ins on this episode that you're going to miss unless you subscribe to the podcast, and they're really funny and they're great, so that's just the thing. And for those of you who are listening on the podcast, you should totally watch the YouTube videos and subscribe to that, because today I'm doing it with my shirt off because it's so goddamn hot in my apartment. Here's a story I found hilarious. Russian workers are undergoing training to learn how to smile in preparation for the World Cup. Because Russians are surly people. You know, they're like the Germans. I've done a lot of comedy shows for international crowds, and you could tell the Russians and the Germans because they would just stare at you. Even if they understood the jokes in the English, you know, they just would just I'd be like, hey, you guys can smile. And they'd be like, we are smiling. I'm like, okay, you need to work on that. Apparently, I wasn't the only one that thinks that they need to work on the smile. Because workers in Russia are being taught how to smile in a bid to be more welcoming to the tourists during the 2018 FIFA World Cup, which kicks off on Thursday. Russians do not smile as much as other Europeans, apparently. An article in The Atlantic attempts to explain why. It loosely translates a Russian proverb, which they say, I guess they say this in Russia, laughing for no reason is a sign of stupidity. So I guess they don't laugh that much? Is that a thing? I don't know. I thought they were, you know, when you think about Russians though, don't you think of vodka drinking jolly people? Like you would assume that they would just be, you know, these happy, funny, fun drunks, but I guess, I don't know. However, there's no reason to smile. However, there's now reason to smile. 1.5 million reasons, to be precise. Because that's the amount of foreign tourists who are expected to be in Russia during the World Cup. So, you better start smiling, Russians. To prepare for all tourists, workers in companies like FIFA, Russian Railways, and Moscow Metro are all undergoing very unique training. They are teaching the staff how to smile. Yes. I can show you right now. This is my impression of Russian smile. I'm trying so hard. Oh God, smiling hurts. The report says Russian train conductors are being taught how to smile at foreigners. Oh, so cute. In an effort to tackle the stereotype that its people are unfriendly. The World Cup officially begins June 14th when Russia takes on Saudi Arabia in the opening match. If the host nation wins its first match, then the workers will have even more reason to show their great happiness in Russia by drinking vodka and smiling more like this. You can see my smile, right? Maybe you watch YouTube video to see the smile I'm making right now. Pretty good.